As Uganda prepares for the 2025-26 financial year, several government entities are appearing before Parliament to defend their budget proposals or request increases in their allocations. The Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development is seeking a 3 trillion shillings budget, despite the Ministry of Finance allocating only 1.7 trillion shillings for the upcoming year. The ministry plans to invest in several key areas including power distribution, generation, transmission and extractive sector,
which has come with a proposal of 3 trillion shillings budget for the next financial year, where we have 17.5 billion proposed for the wage. Then we have another proposal of 208 billion for non-wage. Then we have 66.7 billion domestic development, that is development financed by the government of Uganda.
As many Ugandans as possible have access to electricity. Today our access rates are at about 60%. Our ultimate target is to ensure we drive this to 100%, and that's why in the committee we were emphasizing aspects of funding, generation, transmission, but critically distribution and last mile connectivity.
These budget proposals come at a pivotal time, with the UMEME concession set to end on March 31st, 2025. Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited (UEDCL) will take over the distribution of power, but UMEME will require compensation for its significant investment in the country's power infrastructure, totaling over $600 million.
From the minister, saying close to about $200 million has so far been proposed as the figure that is likely to be the claim of UMEME. As a committee, we have also heard that the Auditor General this week on Friday will have an inception meeting with the ministry to discuss some of these figures and
discussed with the committee the fact that the Auditor General is supporting us in undertaking a valuation exercise that will give us the gross or ultimate buyout amount, and by the time we start the next month we'll be aware of the exact amount. Right now we are dealing with estimates that will be finalized with that audit.
Government officials have emphasized that these investments are essential to maintaining and expanding the country's power distribution network, and the compensation will ensure that UMEME is reimbursed for the value of the assets they have developed.
Emphasized our preparedness to undertake this obligation, where we have worked for the last 2 years following the decision by Cabinet to ensure that UEDCL is prepared in several ways. Number one, is prepared in terms of its technical operations, ensuring that we have the right staffing, ensuring that we have the right recruitment strategy that will ensure a seamless transfer and therefore post-concession management come 2025 1st April.
Over from UMEME smoothly. Already you are aware that the tariffs that were issued for the 1 quarter 3 months have significantly shown that the power tariffs costs have significantly come down. So that is good for the consumer, that is good for the economy.
In addition, the Ministry of Energy has reaffirmed the government's commitment to continue investment in the oil sector. Despite earlier projections that Uganda would start producing oil in 2025, the timeline remains uncertain due to the ongoing construction of essential infrastructure, including the East African crude oil pipeline.
The report we get today is that from the side of Tanzania, we have had 90 kilometers of the pipeline, crude oil pipeline, being constructed. From the side of Uganda, we have only covered 10 kilometers for evacuation of crude oil. That means that in between there, we still have close to 700 kilometers undone. So there is no possibility that we can be pumping crude oil anytime soon. So as a committee, we want to know what are the impediments.
With about 1,100 kilometers of the pipes required to lay this EACOP already in Tanzania for coating, out of the 1,443. So you can see that about 3/4 of the required pipelines are already within the region, and we are now moving on to ensure they are coated, welded, and then we continue with the laying of these pipelines.
The ministry has also outlined plans to invest more in the extractive industry through the Uganda Mineral Company. Part of this investment will focus on improving the standards of artisanal miners whose contributions are crucial in the national economy. Juma Kiria, NTV.